Pretending to be in charge is something that women really like doing. They give the impression that they are powerful, self-reliant, and unaffected by males. Yet, the reality? It doesn't matter how strong a woman appears. The right man can bring out her hidden flaws and cause her to lose control. You won't hear these things said in the most popular relationship advice books. No, these are the profound emotional and mental stresses that cause a woman's defenses to crumble. Most males too. These weaknesses even don't exist in their minds. Attraction is about more than meets the eye, wealth, or social standing. Mental health is the subject. Women will desire you, but they will need you if you figure out how to make them feel a certain way. 1. The influence of physical contact. A woman can fight off a man's words, but give up to his touch for a reason. Physical attraction has its origins in the brain as well as the psyche. The second a guy masters the ability of touch, she begins to lose control, regardless of how self-reliant or powerful she may be. Physical touch boosts oxytocin levels in women, according to research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. This, in turn, gives women a feeling of safety, desire, and trust. That's why it's normal for a woman to have mixed feelings about a man. His delicate touch on her lower back as he leads her into the threshold, though, causes her thoughts to change. It's not garish. Instinctively, it's bad. Most men fail to see this. It gets beyond her rational mind. A delicate touch on a woman's wrist, the small of her back, or knee might elicit an overwhelming emotional response, even if she insists she isn't interested. It raises the stakes. Regular physical contact isn't crucial. This is very controlled, purposeful, and sporadic. A man's ability to tantalize her senses increases her want for more. As a result, it triggers an underlying desire. When a man gains the self-assurance to touch her, she begins to associate his presence with power, safety, and domination. Consider the traditional bad boy archetype. At dinner, he doesn't only sit across from her. He conveys a point by lightly touching her hand. When he speaks, he slightly leans in. With ease, he removes her hair off her face. Out of nowhere, she starts to sense more than just his words. She starts to feel him. Even though she claims to be in charge, a woman will eventually give in to a man who knows how to use touch effectively. Part 2. The prohibited impact. This is the one undeniable fact about attraction that applies to everyone. Some women desire things that are not available to them. That's why a lady will go after a man who manages to keep her wondering, rather than one who smothers her with attention. The reason behind her increased desire for a man following the interest of another woman is this. And it's the reason why people get hooked on males who are just out of reach. This is known as the scarcity principle, according to psychologist Robert Cialdini. The greater the scarcity of an item, the greater the demand for it. Not to mention that this principle is fatal when it comes to attraction. When a man is constantly there for her, she starts to take him for granted. She develops an unhealthy need for a man's attention, if he is even slightly unpredictable. She struggles for his retention whenever she fears losing him. Being occupied. He clearly doesn't have anything else to do with his time if he's constantly pursuing women. She has more admiration for a man who has an exciting life. By using discretion, she will exert more effort to demonstrate her uniqueness if he treats her as if she were merely a choice rather than a reward. By stepping away when called upon, a man's worth to her increases the second he demonstrates he isn't scared to depart. 3. The reason why she can't resist drama. Stability, calm, and predictability are what most men think women desire. That may be the case for committed partnerships, but for now, they're more interested in something else, a roller coaster of emotions. Once a woman becomes complacent in a relationship, boredom sets in. Plus, she seeks excitement elsewhere when ennui sets in. This is never an issue for guys who are sensitive to the impact of emotional contrast, though. Psychologists have shown that when people's emotions go through highs and lows, it causes a surge of dopamine. Unpredictable males are so appealing to women because of this. Even though they deny it, they are more energized by the excitement of the unknown than by the security of the known. She begins to distance herself from a man if he is overly predictable. He can keep her on the edge of her seat if he manages to keep her guessing. She develops an emotional dependence on him if he brings about emotional contrast. Consider the types of partnerships that hold women's interest the longest. The one who slips away for a day and then reappears as if nothing transpired. The man who can make her laugh 1 second and then push her to her limits the next. That one individual who can be difficult to read at times. These guys aren't joking around. Comfort kills attractiveness, and they just know it. The art of seduction is in striking the perfect balance between absence and presence, as famous seduction guru Robert Greene phrased it. When you're everywhere, people start to expect you. If you're absent for too long, people won't notice. Attraction is more dictated by a woman's feelings than by her rationality. She is enchanted when a man can captivate her with his capacity to bring excitement, unpredictability, and contrast. The power of a man's voice to influence a woman's thoughts. The sensitivity of a woman's ears is comparable to that of her touch. Everything about a man's voice, the pitch, the volume, the pauses before he says something, seeps into her mind and influences her in ways she can't quite begin to fathom. No one can resist the allure and authority of a deep, calm, and controlled voice. Command, assurance, and authority are conveyed by it, and it elicits an automatic response from a woman. All of this isn't theoretical. Men with lower-pitched voices are more attractive to women according to research out of the University of Aberdeen. This could be because women view such sounds as symbols of strength, power, and confidence. However, the rhythm is equally as important as the pitch. Men who talk too quickly come across as anxious. Speaking too slowly makes men sound uncertain. Men with commanding voices captivate her subconsciously. Picture a scenario from a film where a guy woos a lady. His pace is leisurely. He keeps his mouth shut. He uses exact language, as if he wants to influence her with each utterance. It's the reason why women can't get enough of a man's voice. What about the true secret? It's about more than simply how it sounds. It's about being aware of when to keep quiet. Pausing before responding can heighten her anticipation of what you have to say. The expectation. Attraction resides at that place. 5. Jealousy's covert impact. Allure is only one aspect of a woman's desire. It's all about the race. Even if she has feelings for a man, her desire for him will grow if she notices that other women are interested in him. This essentially embodies the psyche of women. A high-value man is in great demand because women are hardwired to desire them. This is the reason why powerful guys, athletes, and celebrities never have a problem with attraction. More than one woman is intrigued. Quite a few. Plus, they're hard to refuse because of the social proof. A guy who gives his whole attention to a single lady may mistake his actions for acts of loyalty. To her, it seems like he's trying to tell her that he's stuck. Out of choices. Not worth anything. Who, though, can rival the man who other women adore? That's the guy whose thoughts keep returning to her. Neither manipulation nor game playing are at issue here. It's all about comprehending the mind. A woman will think she's in charge if she thinks no one is pursuing her. The minute she thinks you might go to someone else, though, she begins to pursue you relentlessly. Women desire more than simply a wonderful man. Their ideal man is the type that other women covet, and a man can always win if he discreetly but effectively indicates that he is in demand without seeming desperate or boastful. 6th, the optimal tension level. Most guys run. They get overly enthusiastic. much too quick to secure everything. Their emotional disclosure is premature. Encourage a long-term commitment before a crush develops, and remove any air of mystery. And when a man makes things too simple for a woman, her desire is quickly snuffed out. Let that sink in. How can one create an engaging film? A gradual increase? The stress? All that waiting. That is the very essence of what attracts women. She necessitates contemplation. I would want to inquire. She begins to question her own value. She loses interest the second a guy takes away her doubts. Women develop an addiction to guys who are skilled at flirting, teasing, and maintaining the perfect balance. They set up a pursuit. Instead of feeling like she's merely receiving his attention when she wants it, she'll actually feel like she's working for it. When a man takes his time to create tension, in conversation, physical touch, or the pace of their relationship, he plays on a woman's greatest vulnerability, a yearning that she is unable to satiate. And it's that sensation that draws her back time and time again. The impact of imagination. Attraction lies in more than meets the eye. What a man writes in a woman's thoughts is the central theme. Falling for women isn't limited to men. They let themselves be swept away by the way those men make them feel when they're not there. It has nothing to do with appearance, power, or wealth that causes women to develop unhealthy obsessions with particular males. They can't help but imagine when they're around those males. They leave room for a woman's creativity to fill in the blanks, leaving just the right amount of mystery. Why do fans get so enamored with famous people? It isn't because they have personal relationships with them. Their ability to conjure an illusion and pique their interest is what keeps them engrossed. Plus, with the knowledge of one basic guideline, any average guy may bring about the same result. Withhold certain information from her till later. The vast majority of guys are very forthcoming with their thoughts and answers to questions. To them, openness is the key to attracting more customers. Yet the reality. As a species, women are hardwired to seek for mysteries. If a man maintains an air of mystery and humor and doesn't give her all the answers, she can't help but think about him. The ability to captivate a woman's thoughts makes a man unforgettable. Where does true power lie? It's not in his words to her. It lies in the things he doesn't say. 8. The persuasive impact. In relationships, women may express a desire for equality. Their biochemistry, however, demands a leader. I am not a tyrant. I am not someone who thrives on micromanagement. Someone who is sure of himself when making decisions. Attraction from a woman is more than just feelings. Instinctively, it's bad. And a man who steps up to the plate is the surest way to trigger that base inclination. It is for this reason that women fantasize about strong males. That's why they put guys through their paces by giving them little tests to evaluate how they react under pressure. That is why a woman's attraction to a man diminishes the second he begins to seek her approval. The question, "What do you want to do?" is not asked by a strong man. At regular intervals of 5 minutes. "Okay," he says, "I'll do it." Without hesitation, he makes a decision. Of course. Plus, he jumps right in when called upon. And it's an innate click with the ladies. Men who are hesitant, who are always looking for approval, who let women determine every decision. In my opinion, they are lovely. However, they fail to arouse profound desire. Anytime a woman detects a hint of doubt in a man, she begins to distance herself. However, she has faith in a confident leader. He gets her respect, and in the end, she desires him. 9. The aphrodisiac. A woman's stated goal in a relationship could be to have peace and stability. Yet the reality? A man will lose her loyalty if he can't evoke strong emotions in her. It is not a rational decision for women to fall for guys. Because those males cause them to experience a wide range of emotions, they eventually give in. Thrilling anticipation, envy, astonishment, doubt. The roller coaster ride is what makes it addictive. Men who can make women feel a flood of emotions are like roller coasters, gambling, or thrill seekers. Addicting. Just another dull, predictable man. She could find him endearing. She won't be attracted to him, though. The guy who teases her 1 second and then withdraws his hand. The one who tests her limits, throws her for a loop, and never lets her bail. She's really smitten with that dude. Wherever a woman's emotions take her, her heart will follow. Plus, she will never stop paying attention to a guy who knows how to make her feel something. 10th, tactical reflexes. Most women still long for a partner who can provide them with a sense of security, even though they are more independent now. Nothing less than being with a man will do. They crave for a sense of belonging that he can provide. In this, control plays no role. The issue is not possessiveness. A fundamental psychological demand for control and safety is at the heart of the matter. Feminine energy is highly prized by women. However, being with a man who possesses the necessary masculinity allows them to fully embrace that aspect of their personality. When a man projects an air of authority by his posture, voice, and demeanor, a woman feels comfortable giving in to his control. There, in the act of giving in, is when her strongest attraction manifests. No feeble man can set this off. She must resist the need to act femininely if he exhibits signs of anxiety, uncertainty, or remorse. However, a self-assured man will boldly lead, establish limits, and recognize his own value. She loses it. Plus, what's even better? Even the why will elude her. She will simply sense it. It is upon you to put this newfound knowledge to use, as the majority of men are unaware of it. Stand out from the crowd. The man who manages to enter her mind. Remember to subscribe to Stoic Guide if you would like to receive more insights like these. Maintain a state of constant vigilance, sharpness, and progress. Goodbye for now.